Mitsubishi L200 oil filler cap. Innocuous little part, you'd have thought. It was found dancing around in the top cover, slightly adjacent to the oil filler. On further investigation, found that the securing bracket and nut that holds this in place were missing, so the filler cap would no longer secure in place. The centre screw was still there, but everything else was missing. This was a aftermarket part purchased from that famous online auction site, from a company that made it quite clear that the bits it sold were for Mitsis. And £12.99. The original one dropped it and broke, got knocked off the side, and it broke, quite brittle. So purchased this online, and it's resulted in this, effectively dismantling everything to lift the rocker cover in order to access the bits which had fallen inside. In answer to the obvious question, could they be fished out from the oil filler from the neck? No, because I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but inside this thing there's a bar. See the bar that goes across the bottom, and I could see part of the bracket. Couldn't see the nut at all. That was out of sight, out of reach. But if you can see where they've finally come to rest internally, you can see the nut just behind top of the bracket. Now that's the securing bracket that holds the cap in place, and the nut that holds the bracket in place. So to get at this, we've had to remove inlet manifold. All that's had to come off. We've had to remove the EGR valve, throttle body, all the injector pipes. We've had to take the timing top cover off, timing belt top cover, because you have to align one of the spacers to access this top nut or bolt. So literally everything has had to come apart, and still we can't get the rocker cover off totally, because now the wiring harness is holding it at the back. So in order to remove it totally, I'd have to just seat it back down and just dislodge that wiring harness in order to get the rocker cover off. Just a bit of a warning for buying aftermarket parts from the famous site. What fun, enjoy. Well, this is the unit, all the component parts retrieved, reassembled. Basically put a bit of Loctite on there, and then using the screw thread against the corner of the vise, and just peened the thread over as well, to be sure, belt and braces type scenario, because I don't have to disassemble half the car to recover these pieces again. I did email the company to highlight the defect, shall we call it, or problem with this part. They emailed me back with a bit of a nonchalant sort of reply, basically saying that they sent components out with a bit of Loctite on, and they inspected them before they left. Now, I did have this part on order prior to me taking the car to pieces, because I thought it'd be good to have another one in case I don't locate the bits or the bits are damaged. And this is it. It's arrived in the post. They did say I could send it back, which was kind of them, but dismissed my request to inform other customers of the problem. Almost blasé sort of fashion. Anyway, I'll just pause for a second, we'll get this open and we'll have a look. Okay, so this is the part that's been sent. Hopefully it will focus. And I don't know if you can see, it's coming across a little bit blurred actually, but there's no evidence whatsoever of any locking compound, any anti-vibration washer, no, nothing to stop this nut from coming loose again, for all intent and purpose. So I'm not going to send this back, I'm going to keep it. This is going to get the same treatment as the last one, and I'll take the nut off, put a bit of Loctite on, and then peen over the remaining thread to stop it coming undone. These things are very, very brittle. The original one got knocked off the workbench and only fell a short distance and broken off. It's like a Bakelite kind of plastic material, so it's extremely brittle, and so I'll hang on to it as a spare just in case. But we need to make sure that it's right, so whether I use it or whether it gets used when the vehicle gets sold on to another owner, that'll go with it and it'll be okay to use, so they don't suffer the same misfortune. There, aftermarket parts, eh? Enjoy.